Chatting with Ryan Missler from the great state of Ohio, my great state of Ohio. You see behind me the Cleveland Browns flag. I'm a big Brownie. I grew up at Eldora Speedway in Limaland, and you also race, you've had championships at Attica. You've had, races at Eldora in the past. You've run around Ohio in the late model scene. So this is what I want to know. You grew up in Ohio and you raced in Ohio. You got your business in Ohio. You raced at Attica, Fremont. You've never raced in the Dream or the World 100. Why not?
No, we've always just said it wasn't worth, we never had big motors, so we had motors that would run well around, quarter miles, 3/8 miles. But when you get to Eldora, that's just another beast. And we just felt like we didn't have the motors to compete, so why go? And then when we did go, we found out the hard way, it's tough down there, and you better have everything that you can, just like the guys that are winning down there and running up front. You better have comparable equipment to them. So it was just never made sense for us to go down there. We knew what would happen, so now I feel like we have better stuff than ever. So that's why we've been, just this past weekend we went down, and it didn't go very well in my standards, but it was a learning experience. And when we go back again, we'll take what we learned and see what we can do with it.
Are there plans to go back to Eldora at all?
We'll see if we win this thing.
It looks like you have quite the following, a pretty good YouTube channel, and I saw you have the little crew chief on your Facebook page, and you guys have been posting a lot about the contest. What would it mean for your family and the people who support you, and getting to see, you race at Eldora and that on that big of a stage? What would it mean to you?
It'd be great. The biggest thing is the cost. So when I heard about this contest and, all the stuff, it's not everything covered out-of-pocket expenses to go down there, but a big chunk of it is covered, of your out-of-pocket expenses. So it would financially, it would make the most sense to do it financially if we won this contest. So yeah, it would be it'd be a neat experience for sure.
Well, I drug you along here with the whole Zoom thing and terrible studio that I had. But I'm really proud as a Buckeye to tell you that you won this contest. You've won. You're going to the Dream. And I'm sorry I faked this whole thing for you, but I'm super excited to see you go to Eldora and carry the banner for Ohio and get to do it for the first time.
Hell yeah. That's cool. That's cool. I got goosebumps.
I think it's awesome that you're going to the event first off, but you get $1,500 in a Hoosier tire voucher, $1,000 in fuel, $500 set of hooker harness ratchet belts, 100 custom shirts designed and sold by Race Ranch. And then, of course, exclusive content from FloRacing, including interviews and coverage of that sorts, and also entry fees for both the 26th and the 27th. Son, you're not racing just one dirt late model Dream, you're racing both.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. You had me fooled for sure. I just was going along with it. I'm like, you're interviewing other guys. I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I knew we had a lead going in to when the polls went away, or when they took the stats down, who was in the lead. I knew we had a little lead, but you never know what could happen. And the third place guy, he was gaining fast, and I didn't know what to think about that. And no, I'm blown away. That's awesome. Yeah, our local town here, Bellevue. My wife was sharing it in the Facebook group from Bellevue, and there's people in the community voting and people messaging me that I don't even know, saying, when you gonna find out, or I voted for you. And I'm like, keep voting, thanks. So yeah, it was tons of support, an outpouring of support. It was awesome. Even if I didn't win, I would have been mad if I didn't win with all the work we put in. But even with that, all the support that was showed to me through, texts and phone calls and talking to everybody was just overwhelming. Yeah, our local town here, Bellevue, my wife was sharing it in the Facebook group from Bellevue, and there's people in the community voting and people messaging me that I don't even know, saying, when you gonna find out, or I voted for you, and I'm like, keep voting, thanks. So yeah, it was tons of support, an outpouring of support. It was awesome. Even if I didn't win, I would have been mad if I didn't win with all the work we put in. But even with that, all the support that was showed to me through text and phone calls and talking to everybody was just overwhelming.
So now what do we got to do? You got the tires and all this other stuff, the entry fees. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. Do we get you a new bullet or something to put in this? To get some more power? Are you guys good on power? I mean, what do you think? We got to go for the win here now, don't we?
Yeah, I'd be a fool to say that I'm going to go down there and win, but I just hope to maybe make one of the night's races or something, or at least pass somebody that's worth the crap, but yeah, now we got to find out where to stay down there. We don't have no reservations or nothing, and I think everything's booked up, so we got to borrow a camper or something.